Hey, so welcome back to another Truly Living podcast. We are super excited as we are launching on the podcast format now. My name is Charm London. I have been the host of the Truly Livin Facebook Live show probably about a year and a half, as we've talked to just a variety of different wonderful people who have had passions that they've actually turned into action. And so I'm super excited as we launch 2019. We are going to be also launching our Truly Livin podcast. So thank you so much for checking us out. We are on trulylivin.com. If you'd like to reach out to us as far as joining our community, you are definitely welcome. But I am super excited today because we have an amazing guest here today, and that's Dr. Tina Diggs, also known as Tina, my good friend. But she has a wonderful background, and she does a variety of different things. And we have been with this theme this year, with starting with 2019. Really, we're calling this the year of you. So, Tina, I'd like to thank you for being a guest on the show. And do you want to say hi or anything
Hello,
as we get started?
Everyone. I am so excited and very honored to be here. Thank you very much, Charm, for the invite.
Yes.
And I am ready to truly live.
Yes, I love it. So this is the year of you. So you let me know, what does that mean to you? How does that mean? What does that look like for you in your life?
You know, for so long, I have been saying, and will tell my clients to say, it's all about me. So it's very important to be focused and to say that you are truly living and that it's all about you. It is about knowing who I am and whose I am.
Yes.
Once I had that clarity and that understanding, I was really able to operate in my authentic truth. And that's what I believe that the year of you is all about, is being truthful, to be intentional, and that is the focus and how we should be living every day.
I love that. So being authentic and not doing what you were told to do or whatnot, but really being true to what's authentically right for you. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right. And it's not the easiest thing and just happens naturally all the time.
Yes.
But for me, it's been a path, a journey of insight, a journey to where I was able to do some self-reflection and needed to do some self-reflection to take a look at and notice and understand what my values are, what I'm passionate about, what my gifts and talents are. And then when we can really dig deep and go into those layers and really reveal and be humble in terms of what it is that we want and that we desire, and to know that there's the possibility of it, oh my gosh, it just opens up so many different avenues and paths to where we can truly live, to where we can live our best life in the moment, that it is all up to us.
I love it. Man, you just said so many things. Now, one of the things on the podcast, we really having some real talk, okay?
Yes,
so you just
keep it real.
Let's
keep
just
it real.
go. It's all right if we just keep it real there for a minute?
Yes.
Okay,
let's stay there.
Let's just talk for a second. Now, you just said a lot as far as, because I talked to so many, obviously at Truly Living, we're all about helping you turn your passion into action. But I talked to so many different people because one of the things I love to do is, what is your passion, right? I ask people all the time, what is your passion? But many times people say, I don't know what my passion is, right? I don't know where to start, right? I don't know, what are my purpose? What are my gifts? And it sounds like you actually took some time to kind of answer some of those questions. So what did that journey look like for you? And how did you maybe answer some of those questions? And I know you don't know all the answers because that's part of just living.
Exactly.
But for some of you seem a little bit more intentional and a little more centered as you're going into this new year. So what did that look like for you?
I did not, and we all have to know and understand, you're not alone.
Yes.
First and foremost,
yes.
You're not alone. We've all been there, and it's still a journey continuously. Even where I am today, I still have to do that self-reflection. I still have to connect with my mentor, my coach, all of great friends and family who, keep it real,
yes,
and redirect me. And so that's what's so imperative in our lives, is that we have that ability to connect with someone, to really begin to take a look at what it is, our hopes and our desires and our interests and our passions. And a lot of times, it's those inklings to say, I would love to do that. Or, I'm thinking about this. But then that's when fear can set in so many times. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to share with your listeners today, is about, we have these ideas and thoughts that we want to pursue, but then we don't, because we have fear of what will people say? Will I be able to complete that? that? Will I be able to do that? And our mind has that fear or flight capability.
Yes.
And it just doesn't know the distinction between, oh my goodness, this is a scary situation. You really need to get yourself, out of here.
Yes.
Versus this is something unknown. You don't know necessarily what's going to happen, but it's good for you.
Yes.
And so fear, we cannot distinguish between the two.
Yeah.
But when you become self-aware, when you know what some of the things that might keep you as a roadblock, such as procrastination,
yes.
Fears of rejection,
yes.
Those types of situations and a way of mindset and thinking can really detour you and keep you stuck. And what I really work with clients on and with myself is understanding what those are. Because once you become aware, then you can play the tape out. I always talk about not having a period right there, but it's a comma.
Yes.
It's a comma and saying what comes after that.
Right.
And saying that there's more to that story. Mm-hmm. Remember that time to where you did step out on your own.
Yes.
And you were able to see it through and great things came of it. And so don't think that this time is any different. That if you do your due diligence, if you connect and follow your path and follow your passion and that journey that you want, there's some things on the other side of that that are good for you and that it is the best decision that you would have ever made.
So that just, I'm getting goosebumps just really hear you talk about that, because so many times I think, people like live their life, really safe, and safe is good. And there is the fear of flight that you kind of mentioned. We're not saying go and just do reckless things, right?
Exactly.
But part of finding your passion, trying new things to find your purpose is trying new things, right? And it's okay if you don't like it, right? Or if it didn't work out, because then you know what? That's not my passion, right? There's a whole wide world of all these other things, but we know that may not be it. But it may be on the flip side. Yes. Sometimes I think we look at that risk as a barrier, right? And sometimes I think it's really an opportunity to say, you know what, this works for me, or sometimes, it's not. And I know as we're building this community, it's really about having support, right? As far as a community, a girlfriend, a friend, a coach, it's a business or a resource to be able to help that, to give you that additional support, to give you that additional positive reinforcement. Like you were just saying, sometimes that negative talk can kind of come in when we're by ourselves, And so I thought that was very powerful when you said that you're not alone.
Oh my goodness. You are not alone, because we all deal with it. Because think about a time, I can remember as far as I've had distractions. Things will come into my life and then I'll put something on the back burner. And then we have a tendency a lot of times to help someone else out.
Yes.
And help them pursue their goals and their dreams. And we're doing it for them. But then we put ourselves, to the side.
Yeah.
I'm saying to everyone, stop sitting on the sidelines, get in the game.
Yes.
And, get the ball and let's run with it.
Run with it. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Just get out there and do it.
Stop making excuses.
Yes.
Stop putting it off. Put your best foot forward on you. I always say to clients that there's only one you.
Yes.
And that is your superpower.
Yes.
No one can do it like you, and someone is waiting for you to do what you do.
I love it.
Because only you can do it.
Yes.
In order for them to get what they need as well. And so a couple of things that I will share in terms of when we're talking about having a growth mindset and pressing through that fear is a few things that will help lead to that.
Yes.
And a few of them are, if you don't mind me sharing a couple of those.
Preach
to
wisdom.
Your listeners,
we love that. Yes.
Because I want to have them to leave with some nuggets
yes.
here that they know and understand. Be aware of your fears and what they can show up and how they can show up in your life. Okay. And then once you're aware of them, play the tape out and go on to the other side of what the truth is, because that is where reality is.
Yeah.
And then also how to understand and have that growth mindset. So one of them would be to acknowledge and embrace imperfections. To know and understand that no one is perfect.
Yes.
And to press on through. Also to replace the word failing with the word learning. There is no failure. It is a win-win. When you step out there and you go after. The only circumstance that you will have is, like you said earlier, did this work? Did it not work? What do I need to tweak or make some changes as far as going forward, and what that could look like? Also, stop seeking approval.
Yes. Woo, that's a big one.
Am I preaching?
That's a preaching, especially as a child, because as a child, so many times, a lot of our, you know what I mean? We are told that our passion, our purpose is not, it may not have fit into somebody else's box or what they, so please talk on that. That's such a huge one right there.
When you prioritize approval over learning, you sacrifice the potential for growth.
Oh, I love it.
And so you really, again, roadblock. Hinder yourself. So it is not about seeking anyone else's approval, but going after what it is that you want and that you desire. Another one would be value the process over the end result. Sometimes, we get so excited, we get caught up, we want to go from A to Z.
Right.
But there's several other letters in between.
Yes,
there.
There's many a season.
And so we need to take our
it's a journey.
Take our steps. It's a journey.
Not a sprint.
How about it? I love that one. And then also to celebrate growth.
Oh, those little victories sometimes. You got to just take a moment, right?
Every day is to have a gratitude list and to say, what did I accomplish today? What did I learn? What was a win for me? And then to celebrate every growth of those moments. That is very important. Also to provide regular opportunities for reflection. When I said earlier, for one of the things that worked very well for me is that I journal. I journal a lot. And that gives me an opportunity to write my thoughts and ideas in there. And then also to hold myself accountable to say, okay, what did I say that I was going to do? Did I do it? Who have I connected with, partnered with, that is a great resource for me, that will encourage me and that will support me? And I also use the word yet.
I love yet. I haven't done it yet. I love it. Yes.
Having a fixed mindset is saying, I don't do well in math, or I don't do well in this.
Yes.
Versus a growth mindset, again, is playing that tape out and saying, I don't do well yet.
I love it.
Yes. Yet is the time of the new year.
I agree.
2019, is that where we're in?
We are.
We're going to say yet.
Yes.
The year of yet.
Yes. I love it.
Another one would be make a new goal. Every time you accomplish something, set a new goal.
Yes.
Because again, it's all about learning and growing and moving into your destiny and the desires that you have. Another would be take risks, when you said earlier, and put yourself out there.
Oh.
Again, get in the game.
I hear you.
Get off the bench.
Yes. I love that. Can't score a touchdown if you're on the bench, right?
How about
you got to get in the game.
Stop being a bench warmer.
I hear you.
All you bench warmers out there, I'm going to need you to get up.
I see. We got some real talk. She's calling folks out. It's time. It's time to get up off the bench. Thank you, Tina. That's
And the last one I'm going to say is take ownership for your attitude.
Okay.
It's not about blaming this person, that situation. Okay, it happened. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
And take a look at yourself, take a look at your attitude, and make some changes.
I love that. Okay, did y'all get all them nuggets? She said she wanted to give a couple nuggets. I think that was like
I got 10.
She got all kind of pearls. I got a whole pearl necklace and some earrings to match. Thank you for all of.
How about that?
Those are some pearls of wisdom. This is the way when you're trying to start a new journey. It might be a new year. It might be a new experience. It may be a new job. It may be a new relationship, right? But I think all those pearls can reflect in so many different ways. So I definitely thank you for sharing that, both with me and then also with, our audience that are definitely tuning in. So let's, you share with us all this wisdom, but tell folks a little bit about yourself as far as, kind of what your passions are or some of the things that you're doing. Give us a little bit about your background.
Well, I have started to use the phrase that I am Tina Diggs, your sassy motivator, encourager, career coach.
Okay.
And just all of that.
All
and
of
then
the above.
Some. Yes.
I feel like we should have a finger snap at the end of that.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I am the CEO and founder of Be Intentional LLC.
Okay.
And that is about helping women to identify their purpose, gain clarity, and to operate in their authentic truth.
I love it.
Really working through, again, the fears and limiting beliefs that have been blocking them from the career direction that they really want to go. Having a seat at the table is very important.
Yes.
And it really takes, whether it's a mentor, sponsor, and just people in a clear understanding of what that looks like and how to navigate that. So I help them to determine what's next.
Yes.
For them in their career. And it has been a phenomenal experience. I have always enjoyed helping people and helping them to reach their goals. I started off in undergrad with an undergrad degree in psychology, as well as a master's degree in counseling. And I did that for the first 10 to 12 years, doing individual, group, family therapy, working with adolescents as well as adults. And then I crossed over into higher education. And that's where I've been for the last 10 to 15 years within that whole realm. And it has been phenomenal. And I've had executive level positions and have had the opportunity to really understand what that process looks like and how to help others to reach their goals. And I decided after obtaining my doctorate degree and being in these senior level positions that I really wanted to take some time for me. And I wanted to hit the reset button and to say, what does that next phase of my life and my career look like? So I took a year off, a sabbatical, and I traveled within the States and across the country and had an amazing time. Had a chance to connect with family and friends and just really take the time, again, to take a look at and to say, okay, what is it that you want to do next? And what is it going to take in order for that to happen? And since then, I've taken a position because I was in Phoenix, Arizona, sunny Phoenix, Arizona, which I am missing it.
Yes, it's winter now.
It's winter here in Ohio. And
there's a lot of snow. Not looking a lot of Phoenix going on right now. But
no Phoenix going on. So all my Phoenix people or West Coast people, send us some sun, please.
Warm vibes. We appreciate
warm vibes and thoughts. So I have been back in Ohio for a little over a year now and working with one of our institutions of higher learning here as the dean of one of our campuses in our regional learning centers. And that is a great piece for me to continue my work day to day. And everything that I talk about, I apply it every day and really can make an impact there as well as with the clients that I serve. And so in starting this career coaching business is really making sure that we as women up-level ourselves and we have a seat at the table.
No, I love that. Okay, so we talked about real talk. So let's have a real talk for a minute for you.
Yes.
Because obviously you were in senior positions on the corporate track, checking those boxes. You got your degrees checked, and you went and you did all the corporate thing. And then you did something that is, normally frowned upon, to be able to just say, you know what, I need a moment. I just need to take a pause for a minute. And I got to work on a few things. I want to have a couple of experiences. I mean, this is, because sometimes you hear people, they talk good stuff or whatever, but they haven't actually done it. So let's just talk about that for a minute, because somebody listening to this podcast may be having similar thoughts and saying, you know what, I am either on a job that really is not doing much for me, is not my passion, is not my purpose, or I love my job, but you know what, there's something on the side that I would like to do. There's another way, either through volunteerism, through another way that I really want to turn my passion into action. But it can be scary taking that first step. So can you talk to, just keep it real with us for a minute. What did it look like to just say, I need a moment to just pause for a minute?
Real talk. I can go real talk.
Yes, we like the real talk.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to provide your listeners with an opportunity. I'll share it with you as far as my ebook. And I talk about this throughout. I have some journal entries in there, and it really talks about the journey of how I had come to make that decision. But I remember watching an interview by Oprah Winfrey with Ayanna Van Zant.
Yes.
And she said, anytime you take a quantum leap, anytime that you are doing something extraordinary, there should be a little pee to run down your leg.
So did you have a little pee on your leg
Oh.
on that decision? A lot of pee.
Oh,
We getting real talk.
this is real talk.
This is
you,
real talk.
You said I was safe now.
Hey, this is a safe place. That's a safe place. And we've all had those moments where we're like, oh, I feel like a little pee running down my leg.
Right.
Okay, so don't be afraid of that. Is that what you're
Don't
saying?
be afraid of
Okay.
that. That's how you know that you are moving in the right direction and that
okay.
this is going to be huge.
Okay.
And I encourage people to press through. But one of the things that I also did with it is I didn't just walk in my job one day and said, I quit.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, no.
You know, because I really did. I love what I did. I love the institution that at that particular time that I was working
Sure.
with, my team. I had been with them specifically for 3 years, in the institution there for 9 years. But I was taking a look and evaluating again. Self-reflection
Yes.
of where my career has been, what am I passionate about, what's missing
Yes.
that I really want to have a part of my life. And it took me a year of a planning process
Sure.
before I actually made the step and actually resigned from my position. So there was a lot of planning that went into that. I worked again with a coach, and I keep mentioning as far as having a coach and
Yes.
having a sponsor and a mentor, and just very much a community of people that you can connect with that has been there, have done it already,
Yes.
that I can talk through, and they can share their experiences, and I can map out what I need to do for me. Some of it, yes, I will apply. Some of it, it's just good
Yes.
information to know and understand, but it may not have been for me. But that was a part of that journey and that process.
No, I love it. So I know one of the things I talk about a lot is feedback is a gift, right? And so you just talked about sometimes you get information that may or may not be with you. And I use the analogy of a gift because, a gift, sometimes it's a great gift. It's just
Yes.
your size. It's just exactly what you wanted, right? It suits you perfectly.
Yes.
But sometimes you get that gift and you're like, you know what? I'm not really a big fruitcake person. I appreciate you getting it.
I
You
know
happen
not
to
to
have a
get you a
gift receipt
fruitcake.
for this fruitcake? Because I may be able to take it back, but I'm still thankful, right, for the gift. I appreciate it, and I appreciate people that make the gift look pretty, right, so that you are able to receive the gift. It's not somebody that's coming at you or whatnot. And so you kind of talk about coaches, you talk about mentors, you talk about sponsors, which I will be honest, I thought a mentor and a sponsor was
the
really the
same.
same thing, but there's
Yes.
some distinct differences. Can you just talk about the difference between a mentor and a sponsor? Because there's some huge differences between the two of those.
Very much so. I will say that the mentor is someone who is going to support you, that is going to be that person who can listen to your circumstances and really give you some advice as far as based on their experiences and to talk you through that process.
Yes.
Whereas a sponsor is someone who is sitting at the table, a position that where you want to be. You have to be very strategic about your sponsor.
Sure.
You have to not only consider where they are, but where they're going within the organization.
Sure.
What is their influence? What is their bandwidth?
Sure.
Because they might seem a very positive light to some, but if they're not in a positive light to the whole or to the person that is going to make the decisions, then that's not necessarily somebody you want sharing your name at the table.
Sure.
Because they're a reflection of you. And so you have to be very strategic about whom you are having to have as your sponsor, but they're basically going to speak and elevate you within those conversations
Yes.
and bring you along.
Sure.
And again, up level you to that next position that you are wanting to go into.
I love it. So, I can now see why Be Intentional came into, because this is
Intentional.
about being intentional. Because sponsorship sounds like an active. So we talk about putting your passion into action, and that sponsor is that going to be that person that's going to be there, that's going to advocate for you, that's going to put you, it's a little bit more action oriented, right?
Very much
Versus
so.
more so just being a supportive, person to talk to. Is that an accurate?
That's very accurate. I know when I was making the decision as far as to leave my position, I had a few side eyes.
Yes.
Because again, at the level that I was,
Yeah.
what I had accomplished at that time,
Sure.
and as far as salary, benefits,
Yeah, they're
all
like-
of these different things, they're like,
Yeah, what are you trying to
serious?
walk away
I'm
from
trying
that?
to get
Right,
to where
that's
you are.
Where I'm trying to get to. Yes.
How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
But again, when we talk about alignment,
Sure.
and thank you for your feedback, thank you for your gift.
Sure.
It was more about their own fears than
Yeah.
it was about mine.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to realize. And you have to be careful about who you share your passion with,
Yes.
who you choose to allow in your inner circle, because are they feeding you good things and good gifts and for your benefit, or are they trying to keep you stuck?
Sure. I love how you said before you got to that place, you took a year to do the work.
For sure.
So, and you had support to be able to do that, to be able to help you make wise choices. So what we're saying, let me clarify, so somebody don't go home and tell their husband, guess what? Or
Right,
they go
don't
home
you
and tell
say
their
Dr.
wife,
Tina
guess
Diggs
what?
said you
I
quit
talked
your
to
job.
Tina Diggs on a podcast, and she said, you know what, I need to quit my job today. I ain't got no plan. I don't know where I'm going, whatever, because those bills will be a calling, right?
Right, because
So
I
you
have
gotta-
downsized and I have no room.
Yes. So, and that's a powerful thing. So to be intentional, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices and do the work to do that, right? And not everybody's able and willing to do that, right? So, and another thing I like about a year is, if you were able to stick with it for the full year, that's not like a fly by night kind of thing. That really is
Yes.
something that you've prayed over, you've thought
for
of
sure.
it, you've talked to mentors, peers, and coaches, and just everybody, family and friends, and everybody. Is that kind of the journey
very
that you
true?
want?
Because aside from the coaches and the support and all of that, as you had mentioned, praying,
Yes.
my journaling,
Yes.
to where I needed to have that this is truly what I'm supposed to do.
Sure.
And for me, of my walk and my relationship with Christ is seeking Him out for direction and clarity, and
Sure.
to know and understand that this is the plan that is for me. When it started to fall in place, it was such a smooth process. Very smooth as far as what happened. I had where I lived at that particular time, my lease wasn't up, so I had to have someone, they sublet my place for an entire year. It was just everything that I could possibly think of that was falling into place. And I am truly grateful for the opportunity and the experience, and I really want to make sure that everyone lives their purpose and that they are intentional about it and are operating in the year of them.
No, I love that. So we're just going to keep it all the way real. I think you get to see now the reason why in our collaboration and our partnering, we really started this community on a Facebook Live. There was a lot of stuff going on in the world that we can't control, and was negative, and that negative talk, and there's a lot of stuff right now going on. But for me, I just wanted to talk to different people and their passions and how they turn it into action. And I was so inspired by your story and all the different things. And I've known you for many years. So to see you evolving and going through different experiences where it's been rough sometimes, we all got highs and lows, and to be able to celebrate where you said you got to that smooth spot of, I know for sure this is what,
Yes.
you're not going in shaking when you say, you know what, I need a break. I know for sure that this is what it is. So in really launching the community that we're working on, that's part of our collaboration as we are rolling out this community, but it's also with support. And Tina has been so gracious with all of her wonderful knowledge and background. She is really helping us to lead the Truly coaching team that will be a resource, because I talk to so many different people that say, I'm by myself, I don't know how to do this, or they say, you know what, I need a coach, but I don't know where to get a coach, or what is a good coach. And so this has been some of the feedback just on the journey, that even just doing the show, because every guest I talk to, I'm like, you're amazing, you need to meet this person, and you need to meet this person. And so that's what we're really doing as far as with TrulyLivin, as we're really launching this community. But I love that we actually have coaches that are certified, that are professionals, that can actually help you in each of those 8 different areas of wellness, so that you're not alone, right? That you have wisdom. You can get those gifts to help you make the choice that's right for you, right? And so this is a very diverse group of people coming together with all their different passions and purposes, as we are not just trying to be by ourselves to turn into action, but we're trying to do that in action collectively. So I just want to say it's been so amazing as we've been kind of navigating and getting to this point. But, I hope that people listening to this podcast can definitely take the nuggets and the pearls that you shared today and just see that this is just the beginning, and that whatever obstacles or goals or passions that, this can really be the year of you, where you actually turn those into action and achieve the goals that you really have for yourself. So like I said, I'm so excited to work with you. And I know we're going to be doing the coaching, but I know you do online, one-on-one type of different things. But how could people reach out to you if they would like to? Obviously, at TrulyLivin.com, you'll be a resource there. But is there other ways through Be Intentional or through social media that people can reach out to you?
Yes. I really say that people can live their best life right now. And that is by operating in their truth and being intentional. And I am very excited to speak with any of your guests. They can schedule a complimentary discovery call with me by going to my Calendly calendar to schedule, and that is calendly.com/be intentional. And they can also connect with me on Facebook through Be Intentional LLC. And I also have a private Facebook group for career professional women, and that is the Professional Women's Network. And all those social media platforms as far as LinkedIn, Tina Diggs, and then also as far as Instagram now. I am an Instagram. I think they call it the gram.
I see.
Am I hip in saying that? And I use the word hip, so I know I'm not hip.
Okay.
That is under Be Intentional LLC.
Yes, I love it. So there's a variety of different ways that people can and definitely reach out to you. And I will tell you, I will say I have referred a couple people that were in that place. They kind of look like, you're in different seasons. The kids may be nearing leaving, to go to college, or, maybe a job doesn't work out in the way, or there's a goal that you want to achieve. And I have referred a couple people Tina's way, and they are the biggest fans of Tina. So I just want to thank you for, being able to be that support, to be that mentor, and, and being able to advocate for people as they're kind of on this journey. So
wonderful. I have it's a virtual 60-day program that I have, and it is about career and life, because I very much believe that they go hand in hand.
I agree.
And so I thank you for the opportunity, like I said in the beginning, to sit down and chat with you and your guests and your many listeners. And I look forward to hearing from everyone.
I love it. Well, thank you again. Again, we are doing the Truly Living podcast. We are just kicking it off. So definitely share this with friends and family and your community. And we are at TrulyLivin.com as far as our website. But definitely check us out for future podcasts, as we say all the time, which is to keep truly living your authentic best life. And again, this is the year of you. So thank you for checking us out, and we'll see you next time. Take care.